business is repeat customer. Repeat customer, that's what the XFL, the first version, couldn't do. That's what the Alliance of American Football after 1 week couldn't do. What is going to make this league different? ESPN's promotion of it? Is ESPN going to jam this down our throats? They might. They're going to talk about the XFL probably more than they should because they have the rights to it. Are they going to make their shows talk about it? Is Stephen A. Smith going to go on TV tomorrow and talk about the XFL? That might help. How committed are they to convincing you that this league matters? With maybe a handful of guys that you can name. The only thing that interests me right now about the XFL, the new rules barely do. The quality of play certainly doesn't. The one thing that interests me about it right now is that it's a new market for me to make money on. I'm just being honest with you. I live in a state where there's legalized sports betting. Pennsylvania, you can bet on things. I've got a phone in front of me. I don't have to text my bookie. I just call up an app and bet on it from my fingertips. I can use my PayPal account to get money into it. It's all legal. It's awesome. And so from a betting standpoint, I like betting on football. Having another football game to bet on where I think it's hard right now for odds makers to set a good line, that interests me. But I don't find the games themselves all that appealing. They promised a faster, cleaner product, the XFL. Their first game yesterday went over 3 hours. You know, I see a lot of the national football media people that I follow talking about how they're going to watch, how people are going to go to these games and all that. I'm looking at the attendance figures from the two games yesterday, one in D.C., one in Houston. First two games, average attendance for those games, 17,489. To put that in proper perspective, the 93-loss Pittsburgh Pirates in 2019, a last-place team, averaged 18,412 fans a game. To watch a lousy baseball team 81 times last year. More fans went to those games than went to the opening day, quote-unquote, of the XFL yesterday. You can say that, and this would be true, that I am a cynic by nature. I am. I don't always... The national football media, they get a spoon. They try to spoon-feed you their narrative, their agenda. Everybody at ESPN has a financial stake in the XFL. They're going to brag about how good it is. Everybody at Fox is going to tell you how good the XFL is. That doesn't mean it's true. If the XFL didn't get a rave review in week 1, then something would have been horribly wrong. The AAF got a good review after week 1. It's week 2 and beyond that matters, and that's where I'll be cynical. People made time because they wanted to see what it looked like. I'm not even convinced the ratings will be good today because people have seen it now. And it's fun, and it's different. But how long does that last? How long will that truly, honestly last? That's why I am calling it an XFL overreaction. Do not judge the league. Do not get your hopes up after 1 week. The last XFL did amazingly. Their first night at the box office was huge. And then they plummeted right away. They lost half their audience, and by the end of their 12-week season, they started at a 9.5 rating. By the end of the year, they were at a 2 rating. Let's see what happens with the XFL. People were curious yesterday. I was curious, I'll admit that. But that doesn't mean the league is built to last. Vince McMahon man has deep pockets. Great. Do billionaires like to lose money? The networks are committed to it right now. Great. Are they going to be patient if the ratings lag? Probably not. So I want to get your thoughts. I mean, to me, it was a dressed-up, sexed-up version of minor league football with better imaging and better production and with the backing of 2 major sports networks. That didn't make the product great, and that can only go so far, and it can only last so long. And when the novelty wears off and the newness and the freshness wears off, are people still going to watch? That's my reaction to the XFL. I'm calling it an overreaction. How about you? Did you become a fan yesterday? Would you now call yourself an XFL fan? You sampled it, you tried it, you're going to go back for more. It's like you're at a Costco or at a Sam's Club or something. They got the samples out, you tried it, now you're actually going to go buy it. 855-2124-CBS, 855-212-4227. I want to hear from you. I'm not going to get an XFL expert on to talk about this. I'd rather hear from you. Because at this time last year, I was doing shows this Sunday, the day after the Alliance of American Football launched, and people were saying the same things. At least it's football. It's football. We want more football. It might not be the NFL, but it's more football. They were saying the same things. And then the league lasted 6 weeks, 7 weeks. What makes the XFL better? What made you want to watch it, and what is going to make you want to continue watching it? Really want to hear from America on this next. 855-212-4227. My name's Andrew Filipponi. It's the Pony Express on CBS Sports.
Quarterback Patrick Mahomes for Helzberg Diamonds.
Okay, the clock's ticking and you still need a gift, but you're not sure where to start. Believe me, I've been there. So here's the game plan. Get to Helzberg Diamonds, where they have stunning jewelry at great prices and all the no-pressure advice you need to bring home a W. You've got this. Now get out there and win Valentine's Day.
Gift a half-carat total weight diamond heart pendant in your choice of white, yellow, or rose gold for just $299.99. A savings of $400. Valentine's Day is Friday, February 14th.
Here's the thing. Saving money with Geico is almost better than playing pickup basketball. Because there's always that guy who joins your game. He never passes the rock, he constantly bricks threes, and he'll completely hack you and then put his hands up and say, "No foul, no foul." With Geico, it's easy to switch and save on car insurance. No need to fake an ankle sprain because you're absolutely exhausted. So switch and save with Geico. It's almost better than sports.
Non-attorney spokesperson, ad sponsored by OpenJar Concepts. Attention veterans and active duty military. If you were issued earplugs between 2002 and 2016 and were diagnosed with hearing loss or ringing in the ears, you may be entitled to compensation. The manufacturer of these military earplugs recently paid $9.1 million to resolve claims that their earplugs were defective, potentially exposing service members to damaging sound levels that could have resulted in hearing loss or tinnitus. If you or a loved one were issued earplugs and were diagnosed with tinnitus or hearing loss, don't wait. You fought for this country, and our attorney